Hello everyone, my name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
Today we have two super short videos. They're not related to each other. It's just interesting videos that I found that I want to get your thoughts on. And I'll provide my own thoughts on it. The first one, it's going to be at a place that we love diving in, which is the Little River. Great cave.
It is one of my favorites, actually, in
Why?
Florida. I think it looks a lot like what I would imagine as a kid, like in the Fred Flintstone days. You know, I always tell you that. Like, it's so cave-looking. I don't know how to describe it, but if you ever saw the Flintstones, like, they had some scenes of a cave, and this looks like that to me.
Yeah, but it's a pretty deep cave, meaning in comparison with Peacock Springs, which we did several videos over the last few weeks there, Little River is pretty deep. It's 100 plus feet, so 30 plus meters, and there's flow, typically.
Yeah, and there's no, like, gradual entrance.
Yeah.
The beginning of it is a corkscrew immediately, pretty much straight down, and you can DPV in there, so it's pretty fun. You're like,
yeah.
And I forget, do you remember what it is when you get through the corkscrew, what depth you're at?
It's like 100 feet.
Yeah, so you drop from the surface to 100 feet, like, fast.
Yeah, pretty quick. So these cave divers were at Little River, and they got passed inside the cave by arguably non-cave divers. But you make the call. I don't know. You watching this, you've seen the show multiple times. You might be a cave diver. You tell me if you think these guys are certified. All right?
Okie dokie.
So here they are. They're getting the light shine on their face. Like, okay. And you can see the goal line on the top left. So they're inside the cave for sure. So here they come. So by the way, what this guy is doing, he's moving out of the way, which is
proper
etiquette,
protocol,
right? Etiquette. So in cave diving, the divers exiting have the right of way. You move out of the way for people exiting the cave. It doesn't really matter if we're on rebreathers or they're on rebreathers, whatever. Like, I've been coming out of a cave with a rebreather, which means I have hours and hours to be able to dive. And open circuit divers will move out of the way to let us go through. So that's how it happens. So this guy moved out of the way. They're coming out of the cave. So they were deep inside the cave. They're coming out, and let's watch. There they... Okay. Hey, what's
that
up?
guy has... All right, wait. All right, hold on. No, I don't think so. I don't know.
What?
All right, let's stop it for 1 second.
What?
Guy number one went by pretty quickly. Did he... Am I imagining it? But was that just your basic recreational kit with a back mount tank like you jumped off a boat? Is that what you saw? I'm asking because
yes.
I missed stuff.
That's right. That's exactly what just happened. And regular BCD, single tank in the back. That's it. Safety third.
What I'm going to say is I've never seen a cave diver with a back mount single take cave diving.
No.
I've never seen it until just now. So I'm going to say, I guess if you go, I can't think of a time to do that. The other guy, I think, had a side mount tank.
No, he had like a
back mount tank.
Like a pony bottle.
It went by really fast. So
yeah.
that wasn't even like a 40. That was just a pony bottle.
It looked like a 40 maybe. But it wasn't like he was side mounted where both tanks were equal. And like, no.
And did everybody else see these kind of kicks?
Yeah.
You saw that, right?
Kicking, being pushed by the current.
They were just cave exploring today without a cave cert.
The guy with the camera is like, what did I just watch? Are you
for
real?
Bye-bye.
Look at this, guys.
Hands moving all over. I don't think they're cave divers. That's what you asked at the beginning.
No.
Where's your safety reels, guys? Right? Ask him that. Like,
on the bottom.
Drag along the bottom a little. This has a lot of flow, so it's just your basic happy day in a cave. Hey, I know. I heard there's a cave. Want to try it?
What?
So it's super dangerous. It really is. I mean, man, if they had any problems and they're just on that, Yikes. Well, I don't know how far they went. I don't know where the entrance is.
Well, they're in the
goal line. I don't have a lot of facts. They're at the goal line, but I don't know how far back they are from the goal line. I mean, we didn't see, where the cavern sign was. Are they 1,000 feet back, 50 feet from the cavern?
No,
they shouldn't be there. I mean, listen.
They shouldn't be.
That's an easy one for you and me.
Yeah, they shouldn't be there. But no, they weren't deep inside the cave either, but they were too far, for sure.
I mean, I can't help but just picture this image of their conversation. Hey, next Saturday, I've never tried it. Have you ever been in a cave? No, I've never been in a cave. It's not a big deal. Let's just go in. Yeah. We'll bring a light, probably one each. They don't know about a reel, cookies, arrows, none of that.
They wouldn't know how to use it.
We have our tanks. We got our gear. Let's go in.
Yeah.
And we'll go in. If we see it's too tight, we'll just turn around.
Just follow the line.
And you just follow the line. Well, I don't know what all this big talk is about cave certification.
Equipment doesn't fail. Ever.
The other dude's like, yeah, that sounds cool. I got nothing to do next Saturday.
I got an octo.
You got a pony tank? No?
Yeah.
I'll bring one.
All right. That's it. One for both of us. No, it was, please don't do that. That was terrible.
So obviously the cave divers that filmed this labeled it Singer Tank at Little River. So you're right. They were turning around going,
what? What was that?
Is this for real?
And we do get a question, by the way, once in a while. He's like, if you see a diver going in with a single tank, would you stop them? How do you feel about that? Like, let's say we're a Little River and we see somebody in the goal line coming in with a single tank, flutter kicking all over the place. What do you do?
I mean, I just experienced that. People gave me a lot of criticism recently. Let's face it, on a dive that I did. I like to be self-critical. I'm okay with that on the Lady Luck wreck with the guy that was in front of me, whether or not he had enough air. And I have said something. And I did say something.
Right.
At the beginning of the dive. But he was sort of leading it and went through and explained, let me tell you, here's my calculations. I do, et cetera, et cetera. So at what point there, do you say, well, I'm not comfortable with what you're diving with. I don't think that's enough. But even if you don't know what they're doing, so I'm struggling with that answer. Would you stop them at that point in the cave?
That's a good question.
Like, hold it, come here. I'm the cave police. You come here. I want to talk to you. What are you doing in the cave? Like, you'd have to stop them and write them a note because they don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think the answer from you and I would have been, just be honest, Gus. I don't think you would have stopped them. Do you think you would have stopped them there? I don't think I would have.
No, I mean, I feel that I would try to make eye contact and be like, what are you doing? But I wouldn't be like, hand on the chest, stop, turn around, go. Like, I wouldn't do that. I don't think it's my place to do that. But I think because a lot of people do comment below and they'll say something like, if they want to die, let them die. They'll say stuff like that. But I think that only shows ignorance. That only shows the lack of understanding that if every time someone dies in one of these caves, we risk closing it for everyone else. So there's a little bit of course, I don't want anyone to die scuba diving. I don't want anyone to die. It's not worth dying for. But there's also a little bit of selfish in that statement, which is, I don't think anyone that's not trained should go in there to die and then have the cave closed for everyone else.
Yeah.
Any cave. It's just not worth it, right?
Yeah.
So
now another option would be, and it's easy for me to armchair quarterback again.
Yeah.
Do you think at that point me and you would be like, hey, let's stop, let's turn around and we'll follow them out and just make sure they get out? Because I don't think they're cave divers. And I could write you a note and say, you want to follow these guys out, man? They're on a single tank. They don't look like cave divers. Do you want to just follow them to the cavern entrance?
Well, that the question is, again, let's say we're coming out, we're done with our dive, and these guys are coming in. Like, you have to stop them, turn them around, follow them out. Like, I don't think I would do that.
Yeah.
But I think that's a personal preference thing. I can see Ed being like, turn around and get out of here. and get on your car and never come back.
Yeah.
Maybe. There's some people that will be more confrontational. And it's not that I avoid confrontation and that I'm scared or whatever, but I just don't think it's my place to be the scuba police or the cave diving police.
Same.
So anyway.
That's an honest answer.
Yeah. So for the second video, and should keep that in mind when you're commenting below, for the second video, it has nothing to do with Little River or cave diving, but it has something to do with rescue.
Okay.
So these guys are going through a rescue class, and like the instructor that we featured before, which we call the worst instructor in the world, they were put through maybe something that is not in the standards. So I'm going to show it to you.
I'm laughing. It's going to be atrocious.
I'm going to show it to you, and you tell me what you think of it.
So obviously there's no gray in it. It's going to be, if you're asking me this way, it's like.
Is it realistic? Is this a realistic scenario? Is it in the standards? Is it dangerous? Just give me your thoughts.
Can't wait to see it.
All right.
What? He's entangling them.
And closing their air. What?
Wow.
What? What are you doing? Why? Like, what is happening?
Net and no air in a pool. I'm just trying to imagine my dive agency getting this. And all of them have that review process. What would they say? As an instructor trainer, you cut off their air and you entangled them.
No. Just forget the air part. Hey, I took students to the bottom of a pool and I wrapped them with fishing net. Just at the bottom, just wrap them with fishing net. Kicked out immediately without the closing of the air part.
It's not gray. You asked me, do I think it's in the standards? It's I'm stuck a little, like,
yeah,
maybe. I don't think this was a rescue training video. That's not an instructor. I'm going to guess it's just two guys, they can do whatever it does. Two guys saying, all right, hey, let's see how this goes. We'll set up a scenario and let's see how you would deal with being entangled, because I cannot imagine an instructor doing that.
It's utterly ridiculous. And I don't speak Portuguese, unfortunately, so I don't know. I think it says something like to improve visibility, something like that. But leave the comment below. If you know what it says, translate the bottom of this video and tell us what it says. But regardless, it's just absurd. And I know some people will comment below and be like, you guys are soft. Like, this is how we used to. My dad.
I will be like, yes, I'm soft.
Yeah, you're better than me.
I know already most people are better than me. Yeah. I tell you that, and that's my new way.
Yeah.
I know all you guys, everybody's better than me. I already accept that. But I'll accept if that's being soft, if I'll accept that as well. Yes, then I'm soft.
Like, your main job as an instructor and as a dive pro is the safety of your divers and your students.
Numero uno.
That's number one. So
it's ridiculous.
Taking students to the bottom of a pool and wrapping them in fishing line, it's already too dangerous. And then cutting their air?
I'm just trying to imagine what you would have done to me. Well, I think I was your rescue instructor.
Yeah.
Hey, Gus, here comes the next drill. Good luck. You've got to get out of this fishing net. That's fine. I'll have all the time in the world. I'll leave my air on. Well, that's the other part. I'm going to turn your air off. So how long can you hold your breath and get out of this mess?
It's just
You'd be like, stupid. I'm not doing that, Woody.
Yeah. This is almost as bad as the worst instructor in the world, which if you haven't seen that video, you got to check it out. I'm going to leave it right here.
It's like a competition now. I don't know. If this guy's an instructor, maybe this guy takes the title now. It's been a while that guy's held the title as the worst instructor ever. Could be. Could be a new one.
We'll see you on the next one.
Bye, everybody.